And we're back. It's been a decent amount of time since I've actually filmed a YouTube video. I thought I'd film one since I actually have got on top of my schoolwork. And I thought, why don't I be completely unoriginal and do a trend that I've seen. I'm not actually sure whether it stemmed on YouTube, but I saw the trend on TikTok. It's where people get an eyeshadow palette and they get Google to pick 3 colours and they just use the colours that it picks. But instead of just doing eyeshadow, because as we see, I am going barefaced at the start of this video, I figured why not do that for every step of my makeup routine. It's because I've got several different foundations. I only ever use one of them, really. Some of them are so tragically bad. So first up is primer, and we're actually going to choose primer and foundation within the same before actually doing it, because I find that leaving the primer on your face before putting the foundation on and leaving it on too long then causes issues. This is the one that I use the majority of the time, so hopefully that shows up. That is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer, and the only other primer that I actually own is the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. I have a feeling it is silicone based. We will put that into a number generator. So that's one, so that's that one. You're just gonna have to trust me that I'm being honest here. And let's do foundation before we start with that. Right, so I have 4 different foundations slash BB creams. I usually use, so I'll put this as number 1, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation, shade light, and it's really good. So that'll be 1. The number 7 Beautifully Matte Light Foundation. I like this one as like a more natural one, but it's less full coverage. This is one I used to use religiously in year 10 and probably end of year 9. Makes me giggly, maybe you feel the same way. It's the Rimmel London SPF 15 BB cream in very light, and it was very light, literally white. It's just way too light for my skin. Hopefully not. This one, I'm sorry, like maybe it's good on some people's skin, but this is just not good for me at all. It's the L'OREAL Paris GLAM Nude BB cream. I don't like it, so that's number 4. So we'll do our number generator and I'll be back. Right, so I just did my number generator and this is bad. I got number 3, which is the BB cream that I used to religiously use. I don't know how this is gonna work with primer because I would never use primer with this. Right, so you can see the consistency of this. It's bad. It's really bad. And we're back, and you can see how bad this is. Surely on camera, you can see how bad this is. It doesn't really cover my face. I look like a ghost. It looks oily because it's not a matte. It's not a matte product. I don't know how I used this for so many years. We're going to now ask the number generator whether I should use concealer or not and which one. The 2 concealers that I own, so number 1 is the one that I use all of the time and I love this concealer, is the Infallible More Than Concealer L'Oreal Paris, which is this one, and it's so good. This is full coverage. I use this every day. And then number 2, I never use this one anymore because it's a hydrating concealer, so it's like something I would use if I wasn't wearing foundation, and it would just like, but I have freckles so that doesn't work anyway. But it's the Benefit Hydrating Concealer. We got 2. I can't even fix my foundation. And before we do that, I'm going to choose a setting powder. So this is one that I used to use, which is the C.Y.O translucent setting powder. I actually used to use this back in year 8 and year 9, and it was bad because I used it wrong. This is the Facefinity Compact Powder. I don't use it as a foundation anymore. I use it as a setting powder. It's like it's not translucent, but it's like the colour of my skin. So we pray. That's number 2. We got 1. So I'm now using this concealer with this powder. I've not used this in ages. It's gonna ruin my makeup. It's like yellow. Can you see that? It's like yellow. This is bad. I can't use a sponge either. This one you have to use your fingers. We're enjoying ourselves today. It might look alright on camera. This is going to look alright on camera, I can tell you. That's what's going to happen. It's going to look really good on camera and people are going to be like, you see, there's no problem with that product. But in person, I look so patchy. Sorry, I'm getting Snapchats. Popular girl. It's like lifting the foundation. Oh, to be fair, it has concealed something. It's done something. It doesn't look that bad on camera. It looks a lot worse in real life. And we go on. Can I bronze? That's the question, right? I only have one bronzer, which is the City Colour Collection Matte Bronzer. Actually, this might be off. Can bronzers go off? Like year 7, I got this, but I've been using it since. I might put into my number generator whether I can use it or not. If it's a yes, it'll be 1. Can't use bronzer. So, next step. My normal everyday contour kit is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit Light to Medium, which is that one. I'm praying, because I love that contour kit, so shout out to Jessie who told me about that one. It's run out. Guys, honestly, it has run out. I forgot that this has run out. I don't use that shade. Is it cheating if I just use my normal one? Well, no, because this has run out. No, I'm scrapping that. We're using my contour kit. I use this one in the middle for normal contour, and then I use this darker shade, like, to darken it if I need to. Right, we are contoured eyebrows. We've got 2 options. This is going to sound really weird, but I think I've mentioned it in other videos. I used to use the Primark 4-shade eyeshadow for my eyebrows. That one. I used that for a long time. I don't know, it worked. The one I use now is the Brow Bar Eyebrow Stencil Kit, although I don't use the stencil. We'll put that as number 1, and we'll put my Primark eyeshadow as number 2. Number 1, okay, something that is finally going my way. So we'll use my new eyebrow one. So at this point, I would cut them out with concealer. It took me so long to find a concealer I liked. And now I'm back to the Benefit one, which I don't like. I'm sorry. They're not having a good day. Blush. The one that I usually use is the Revolution Ultra Blush Palette Golden Sugar 2, and I use this shade here. I have the blush in my contour kit, which is this one. Is that a blush? Yeah, it's sort of a blush, this one. And we have my blush in my Misguided kit, so we'll use a mixture of both if I get that one. We got one. So, my everyday. Eyeshadow. Now, we have a few options. First, I'm going to choose which palette. Morphe 350 Natural Glow. This one. And I don't really use that. It's too natural. I usually go bright colours. Then recently I got off of my friends Jade and Lily for my birthday the Stunning Vibes 35V Artistry palette from Morphe, which is beautiful. I love that. And then iconic James Charles X Morphe palette. Yeah. And if we get this shade when I do the colour thing, I will have to do it again. I pray you, James, release it on its own, because I just use it as a highlight. I don't use it as eyeshadow. So we got 2, the 35V. So not too bad. Funny enough, there are 35 shades. I had a dumb moment there. So we're going to put 35, and we're going to choose 3 colours that we're going to have to use exclusively, not use any of the other shades. 1, 2 along, and then 6, 7, 8 along. sort of thing. First we got 34, jeez, which is this one. So we got that one. 7, which is this one. Jeez, all the colours I wouldn't use. So that's this purple, this green, this like shimmery colour. So give me a second, I'll go do one eye and then show you how I did it. Right, so this is the eye look I created. It is very dramatic in comparison to what I'd usually do. I might fix the lower actually after I've done the other eye. But I did a full cut crease, which is not, I've never done one before. I think it'll look better with mascara on. First I grabbed my number 7 shade without really trying too hard, just run it in the crease. Fluffy brush to blend that out. Adding and blending until you're happy with the shape and the colour. I'm also winging that out because, as you can see with this one, it sort of wings out. I think I'm happy with that at the moment. I know it looks patchy currently. You add to it after you've cut the crease. So I went back to my Benefit concealer, although I would never use this, but actually I found that it was decent to use on your eyes, and a flat brush. Now I'd usually do a half cut crease because I'm not very good at full cut creases. You just follow your normal lid line, starting lower because you can always build up rather than build down. And I find it easier to start with it flat down and then wing it up at the end. So you got that. What I did was I didn't set the concealer because I wanted the shimmer to be as bright as possible. Another different type of flat brush. And I took this shimmer shade that we picked out, just packed it on. And then I take a thinner brush and I take that green shade again and I just run it in the crease to sharpen up the line. And then going over again with your shimmer shade. And then you can grab your fluffy brush again and just fluff out the top. And then to the bottom lash line, you just grab your fluffy brush and I use that purple shade that we picked. Run it under the lash line. Get it in my eye all the time. I grab that skinny brush and use it in the purple. Run it underneath the wing. And then back to your fluffy brush and you want to just smoke that out a little bit. Right. Those are my eyes done. I would never ever go this sort of dramatic. I'll ever use these colours together. I think it will look better with mascara. I'm not going to do eyeliner today because I don't have an eyeliner. I use a eyeshadow to do that. And if I had picked that colour, then I would have done. I didn't, so let's pick our mascara. So I have 2 different mascaras and I actually like them both, so that makes a change. I've got, this one's the one I use every day, the Maybelline, the Colossal Big Shot Daring Black mascara. And then I've got the Maybelline New York Total Temptation Decadent Black mascara. And I actually bought these both because they came in a deal. So if you chose 3 products and there was something else, I can't remember what it was that I was buying, then you got like the 3rd one free or something. So I was like, why not? We will succumb to the marketing. So before I pick the number 1 and 2. 1. So this one. I'm going to curl my lashes first. We love the metal contraptions. Now that they are curled, I'll add my mascara. My mascara isn't showing up in camera as much as I'd like it to. It does look better with the mascara. I might add this mascara towards the end once I've done the reveal of what Without Cheating it looks like, just because I think that one's running out and I need to buy a new one. But for now, I'm going to go want to highlight, we have a couple options. You could either use this one, so Sleep Makeup, it's an eyeshadow, and I use that colour. Makeup Revolution, this colour. Or we could use, it's a Starry Eyes Metallic Jelly Eyeshadow, and it is gorgeous. I've shown it on my Snapchat before. Let's see it. It's like a metallic shade, and I love that, so hopefully we'll put that as number 3. Number 2, so this one. I guess I should reveal what this highlight looks like. It doesn't really, I don't like it. I don't know, I used to like it, but it shows up. It's like pretty. It's like dark on my skin. There we go. It's not their fault, it's just the skin tone. So on some skin tones that might look really pretty. I'm going to use my Starry Eyes one just for the inner corner, just to show you what it looks like. Need a little bit of that. Camera doesn't do it justice. You can't see it, but you can see it in real life. It is the most beautiful shimmer I've ever seen in my life, so I would definitely recommend that. And finally we have lipstick. I have, so this is my favourite one, the SOPH Revolution in the shade Syrup, and it's beautiful. It's really cheap as well. I have the Marc Jacobs lipstick in the shade Dreamgirl. I have this one, which I don't use anymore, which is a KYLIE lipstick, and I got it in a too light shade, Butterscotch, and it's too light for me, but that'll be 3, which is also KYLIE. It's kind of broken because it melted, and that is Woods, so it's the Jordan Wood collaboration. I always have lots of other lipsticks, which is the KYLIE matte liquid lipstick in Candy K. I have an e.l.f. what's it called, lip plumper, and it is the most beautiful lip gloss that I own, so would definitely, without hesitation, recommend that one, but it's downstairs, so I'm not going to go grab it. Number 1, yes, okay, this is the SOPH Revolution, and it's like £4, so it's very affordable and I love it. So that's the lipstick. I absolutely love it, but I love that lipstick. So I don't use setting spray, I don't have a setting spray, so that's that finished. I'm going to add this mascara just because I think the other one was running out and I want to see what it looks like. So that is my finished look. It's actually not that bad. This angle, actually, I think I look pretty in that. Although I don't know how it's going to come out in camera. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I was going to do an assumptions video, but I didn't get enough assumptions. I got 1, so shows how popular I am. Let me know in the comments what type of video you would like. I would never wear this out, so don't think I'm crazy if you're new to the channel. I was going to make a comment about how it was Mental Health Day the other day. It's a very important topic to me for obvious reasons, and it's come to my attention recently that I am myself a human, let's just say that, and I make mistakes and everyone makes mistakes, and I just think people need to accept their mistakes and move on from them, and also learn from them and grow and be better people. So just be nice to people, really, in general. And yes, that is aimed at a few people, but at the same time, like, just be nice. You don't know what's going on with someone. They might seem like nothing's going on, and it is. So that is my PSA for the day. Like, comment, what one do you like to see next? I might try and do some more YouTube videos, although let's be honest, that's not going to happen. Peace out.